Reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan, and tonight we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA. No one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born to do, so let's do it.
And look at the guys by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right into it. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. And then on Wednesday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, that one, the 7th on the season for them. The team's still looking to improve.
For Memphis, Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells, and it's Kennard in for Bain. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Wagner comes in for Banchero. Anthony Black's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And MP subbed in for Suggs. And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business-like approach to himself when he's on the floor. MP can dish it back if you come at him. But for the most part, he's letting his numbers speak for themselves.
A nice shot by Black.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Outside Jackson. To the paint. Looking for Kennard. He gets it in there. It's good from in time.
At this kind of range, it might almost be too easy for Kennard.
Black kicks to Wagner. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Kennard's shot is off. The Magic trail by 6. It's stolen. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out to Morant. Lots of room. And he comes up with the deuce. Morant's got 10 points.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Black the pass to MP. For the 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Stretching out the defense, MP. Impressive range shown there by the youngster.
Aldama passes to Morant. Jackson from long range. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Memphis.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
They've got Pippen. Desmond Bain out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it's sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason. But I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. When we look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the field.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you said.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Some changes for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Brandon Clark. Wells comes in for Luke Kennard.
That in the second round, I think there was shock around the league that Gigi dropped that far in the draft. His skill set is apparent. He's able to score with the best of them at such a young age.
Who knows what his ceiling is going to be? My goodness.
Gigi Jackson seems like he's a complete find for this organization.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight a bit wild.
The free throw margin says a lot about this game. They're facing a defense that's dug in and looking way too comfortable.
And shifting. That'll do it for our show.
And so it's the Orlando Magic looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next. Thomas checked in for the Grizzlies. Luke Kennard comes in for Bane. And the Magic making a change here as well. MP's checked in. The Magic leading by 10. On the court for Orlando, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. MP out there with subs. And it's Bitadze in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Kennard. He's tightly guarded. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Wagner comes in for Banchero. Jackson finds Morant to the right side. Aldama gets the bucket. Aldama's got it back down to single digits for the Grizzlies.
Wow, you don't see that kind of quickness from Aldama all that often.
And here's MP for three. MP drills the three.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Yeah, Wagner doesn't fear contact. He'll take it right into the defense down there.
They double him with MP. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Orlando.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jackson comes in for Jackson. Anthony Black's checked in for the Magic. Black at 6. Trying his luck from deep. And it's MP with the three. MP's got two now from beyond the arc in the third for the Magic. Clark outside. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And the shot goes down. And now it's 27 points for John Morant.
Well, this is one of those nights where Morant just decided to take over.
A three from MP. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
The Grizzlies shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Both free throws good from Morant. Here's MP. 24 points for him. Fires from deep. MP getting it done for Orlando. He's got 8 3-pointers in the game now. What a job he's doing from long range. We come back right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Wells is out there with Pippen. And there's Jackson. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Clark in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. So it's the Grizzlies now, down by 12. And it's Pippen missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Black dishes to MP. From beyond the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. MP's got 27.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Here's Pippen, and the layup falls.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Magic leading by 13. Pass to MP. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yes, sir. Jackson Jr. flushing.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. MP outside. Lets it go with a 3. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And Memphis making a change here. Edey's checked in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Suggs, he's checked in for Anthony. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. Now his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
All right, thank you, David. And a deep 3 from MP. Grizzlies with the rebound. Edey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Pippen. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Magic leading by 12. Suggs kicks to Black. And Caro passes to MP. He tries for 3. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. And even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. There's the 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Aldama passes to Pippen. Wells gets to Pippen. Connects from three-point range.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest that jump.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Bane comes in for Santi Aldama. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. Orlando also making some changes. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Mo Wagner. And it's Franz Wagner in for Black. The Grizzlies trail by 12 for 3. The shot by Wells, no good. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. MP outside. Puts up a 3. Connects again from distance.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in.
And we know how fans love the long ball, right? Especially his fans, because he can hit it from anywhere and go on unbelievable streaks like tonight. I mean, who does it better from distance?
Wagner passes to MP. Shoots the 3. And again for 3.
And what a fireworks display he's showing us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight.
Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
And here's MP for 3. Good! Another from 3.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record books.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
In all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him.
Here's Suggs. Pass to MP. Tries a 3. Connects again from distance.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
15 threes for MP, passing that record from Klay Thompson back in 2018, an all-time performance. Boy, how lucky are we?
So, after a tremendous performance, let's go to center court to hear from MP himself.
Obviously, this isn't something you really prepare for. It's crazy. Setting a record for threes in a game. It takes me back to what it took to get here. All those hours alone in the gym with just my dreams. Now they're coming true. It's because of all the hard work that I put in and also all the hard work that my teammates put in. So thank y'all. And I also want to thank all the three-point shooters from NBA history, the ones that made the shot into the weapon that it's become. Steph, Dame, Ray, Larry. Now you got to add my name to the list. And I'm just getting started. So thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Clearly, Greg, just a dream come true for MP. Standing on the shoulders of giants who came before him.
And no doubt, Kevin, those giants paved the way. But MP is the one who just took three-point shooting to a whole other level.
And here's Morant. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
Yeah, you know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So now for break.
So you just set the record for most three-pointers made in a game. What are you feeling right now?
Sabrina, I feel like sitting down somewhere. No, but for real though, I feel great. Tonight was a great night, and it felt like the basket was a foot wider than normal. You know, I was able to get a lot of good shots, and I was able to make a lot.
Now that you've set this record, other defenses are going to want to make sure you don't do the same to them. How do you think they'll respond?
It's a challenge for sure, you know, but you just got to keep getting good looks and obviously stay hot all night. Teams, they're going to watch their film and try new things, but you just got to stay one step ahead. You know what I mean?
Yes. All right. Well, thanks so much. Congrats.
Thank you.
See ya.
See you soon.
Bye.
All right.
Got that?
Joe, when you're as hot as you were tonight, does it feel like you're playing a different game from the other 9 guys on the court?
I definitely felt in sync with my teammates, that's for sure, but the defense wasn't escorting me to open spots behind the line either. You know, it's never as easy as it looks from the stands or on TV. Michelle.
Do you care how long your record lasts?
Yep. No, not at all. You know, records only really come to life when they're threatened or broken. So I'm glad I gave the future something to shoot for.
Thanks, MP.
Thank you, Michelle.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out.
Eloquent as always, MP. Keep giving them reasons to root for you.
Man, that was crazy. You look like Craig Hodges out there.
Yeah, MP. Or I will just go through the first.
What's up, MP?
Objects in motion, stay in motion. As long as they...
Up next, the Pacers taking on the Magic for Indiana. A nice start early. Winners of 2 of their first 3. Magic, Pacers, tip-off coming right up. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, battling the force with us on the sidelines. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Indiana Pacers. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. Then on Friday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Magic, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to sharpen up.
And now Indiana's starting group. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Halliburton in at the 1. And for the Magic, on the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero out there with Goga Bitadze. And it's Suggs in at the point. Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Grant.
No question, B.A. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams. And that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
And so off the tip. Getting ready for Orlando. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Bitadze. Wagner comes in for Banchero. Black's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And MP subbed in for Suggs. So Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Nesmith comes in for Mathurin. Shepard, he's checked in for Nembhard. And it's McConnell in for Tyrese Halliburton. Now here's Wagner. No points yet. And here's MP from outside. Pascal Siakam with a rebound.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Here's Siakam. Back to McConnell. The 3 is up. He can't hit that time. Magic trail by 4. On the wing, MP. He's marked by McConnell. From deep, MP. He buries it from 3.
You can bet MP will make a lot of those over his career.
Indiana's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. McConnell right side. Off with the layup. And the Magic shooting 28% in this first quarter. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Orlando.
This big run has given them the boost they needed to push through and snatch the lead.
Well, offense and defense guys are complementing each other really well here. This is good basketball to watch.
The Pacers again can't hit.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
And here's MP from outside. Oh, he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand at time.
The previous play is under review.
Beat the buzzer.
And the video is going to be sent to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus. It looked like he got it off in time, though.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real shame if those points didn't count. I'm so glad the officials were able to take a second look and make the right call.
Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Orlando. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Magic?
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
On the court for the Pacers, second quarter underway. We've got Obi Toppin. Halliburton is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's Nesmith in at the three. Now here's McConnell, and the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Jackson, he's checked in for Indiana.
Substitution for the Pacers. Number 20.
And here's Indiana now. They trail by 6. And here's Halliburton. No points so far. And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him. Indiana making a switch here. Walker's checked in.
Number 5, Jarris Walker.
Pass to McConnell. It's deflected.
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on. Improving his ability to knock away shots.
MP outside. Launches it from deep. Orlando gets it back. Using his size, Banchero gets by inside.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
And that was a close one, but they played a solid brand of basketball and earned the win.
I like the fact they found a way to get it done.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. McConnell, good. Clark, how about the run the Indiana Pacers had in the inaugural NBA Cup?
Boy, that was pretty impressive, wasn't it, B.A., making it all the way to the finals. It certainly was a statement to the rest of the league that the Pacers are on the come. Now you got to keep an eye on them because they've got a nice core that's just moving into the prime of their careers.
Now here's McConnell. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Counted from distance.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
MP against McConnell. MP, the pass to Black. MP scanning the floor. Shot clock at 6. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pacers trail by 3. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said, it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready. Especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. And Banchero gets it to go.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart. The scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
McConnell outside. Halliburton for 3. Rebound by the Magic. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Gets the 3 to fall.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
McConnell, good.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to review the game plan. So it's Orlando closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead, appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Thanks for being here. Let's kick things off with a check on the NBA Players of the Week. For the West, Nikola Jokic.
With Joker, because of his size and skill level, even great defenders have it hard. He can post you up, he can hit the three, he does it all.
And you think about how good a shape he's in now, I wouldn't mind trying the Jokic plan myself. And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Magic.
Their bench has impressed.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. He's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. Nesmith comes in for Mathurin. To the middle. Here's Halliburton. Misses in close.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. MP is out there with Jalen Suggs. And it's Bataze in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Now here's Nesmith. No made baskets yet. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
Yeah, and I can't help but remember Tyrese Halliburton in the 2024 All-Star Game. A spectacular performance from him in that one. And the icing on the cake, him dropping the shot that took the East point total to over 200 points. He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
Orlando leading by 15. On the wing, MP, defended by Halliburton. From deep, MP. And Toppin pulls it down. Indiana's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Halliburton misses. Orlando has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Suggs, the pass to Bataze. Back to Suggs. That one drops for him. Suggs has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Tell you what, guys, the aggressiveness on defense just hasn't been there this half. Not like it was in the first.
From the stripe, Tyrese playing big in the painted area.
Clearly, Halliburton is hunting his shots. He's not picky and knows exactly how to adjust on the mid-range jump shot.
MP no good. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Pass to Nesmith. Here's Nembhard. And it's all from three-point range.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
MP outside. Knocks it down from distance. MP's got 18 points in the game.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got 7 rebounds in the game. Wagner, the pass to Suggs. MP outside. Oh, he tries a three. Oh, another miss by MP. And so it's Orlando, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. And they've got a comfortable lead in large. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Pacers, Toppin out there with Nesmith. Then there's T.J. McConnell. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. McConnell with it. MP's there. And the Magic surprising many league-wide cards with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A.
Bryant, he's checked in for Nesmith. Clark, the Magic winning the Southeast Division last year. A bit of a surprise to some.
Yeah, I agree. I was surprised as well, but you know what? That young group came together and is a bit ahead of schedule based on the typical trajectory of that kind of young team. But they've got a great, exciting core led by 2022 first-round draft pick, #1 overall pick, Paolo Banchero. And that's a solid foundation to build around, folks. Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
From deep, MP. The rebound by Tyrese Halliburton. Pacers trail by 19. Shoots from the right block. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Pass to MP. Fires the three. Knocks down the triple. MP's got 15 points here in the second half.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
An open look for Toppin. Cash money on the open jump shot. Toppin's got his first 2 points.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
So for the Magic, Batadze's checked in for Wagner. Wagner comes in for Black. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Anthony. So Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. Turner, he's checked in for Bryant. Siakam comes in for Toppin. Matherin's checked in for Walker. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. MP's shot is off. Pacers trail by 20. Halliburton, the pass to Matherin. Siakam for 3. Rebound by the Magic. Banchero's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Down low. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
A promising sign of things to come with Banchero. Clearly somebody you've got to be excited about.
And the foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Orlando leading by 22. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. No good from outside. The Pacers have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Matherin passes to Nembhard. And here's Siakam for 3. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
Here's MP. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. MP's got 17 now, just in the second half. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. 1:57 left in the final quarter. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Wagner comes in for Paolo Banchero. Black's checked in for Wagner. And Harris is subbed in for Suggs. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Walker draws the double. Pass to Johnson. A clear look for McConnell. Orlando grabs the miss. Wagner's got his fourth rebound in this one. Walker against MP. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Houston, he's checked in for Orlando.
Substitution on the court.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. McConnell. And the shot no good. A bit short. Orlando has gotten 4 of 7 3-pointers to fall in the fourth.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Magic.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And what a huge performance it was for Paolo Banchero.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Oh, from deep. Good. Another from 3.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
MP against McConnell. And here's MP from outside. Connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for 2nd for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. So it's the Magic winning this one easily. Showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
That's what I'm talking about.
MP got the job done tonight, as usual.
Yo, MP went for 40 tonight, man. Congratulations, my brother. Great game.
All kinds of comparisons. said I won't pay attention here, but it is exciting.
Get after it, MP.
Magic fans will be doing another giveaway at our next home game. The first 10,000 of you through the gates will get your very own. Come out to the game and leave with your very own Magic Lunch Bag. Don't miss out on any games on the season and visit us online or at the ticket booth for any availability on the future games. The National Basketball Association and the Orlando Magic are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest doctor, security, or arena staff.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight, with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, and a little extra at stake tonight, as this is the first game of the NBA Cup group stage for each of the... So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Wagner comes in for Paolo Banchero. Black's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And MP subbed in for Jalen Suggs. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Nurkic checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Josh Okogie. Smith checked in for Brandon Miller. And it's Tre Mann in for Ball. And tonight marks the start of the NBA Cup for MP. I know a major goal for him is winning this competition, making a statement to the rest of the NBA.
Well, when you look at the Cup, you almost have to win this first game to advance out of the group stage. So MP has made it a point to get his teammates ready, imploring them to treat this like a playoff game. I'm excited to see how they come out.
On the floor for Charlotte, Nurkic is out there with Grant Williams. Then it's Tre Mann. And it's Smith, and it's Bridges in at the three, the small forward. Mann, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's MP for three. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, the ability to spread the floor is such a valuable skill in the league. And MP, yes, sir.
Pass to Mann. Launches it. It's not going to go for him. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's Charlotte up by 5. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
And, guys, they've done a great job beating their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
And Charlotte looking at who they've got. All out there with Trey Mann. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Smith. And it's Williams at the four-man position. And for the inside scoop on MP, and I mean inside, let's send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, MP certainly has his heart set on winning this NBA Cup. I asked him why it was so important to him, and he said it'll show just how strong this team is, that we're competitors, that we're must-watch basketball this season. MP certainly sounds committed to this tournament. Guys?
We all love the NBA Cup, don't we? And I bet his coach loves hearing his player MP say that as much as we do. Thank you, David. LaMelo Ball came in like a storm into this NBA, Doris, but hasn't been able to stay healthy since.
It's so true, Kevin, and that's unfortunate because the skill is apparent every time he plays. He's a game changer with his size and his playmaking. The NBA is better off because of the flair and the style he brings when he is healthy.
Ball with a wide-open look. Misses the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. Looked good from here.
Black kicks to MP. Puts up a deep three. Another miss by MP.
And if he thinks that's within his range, then you know what? He's got a low basketball IQ.
I'm a little surprised he would even attempt that shot. Much better to swing the ball to somebody else.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Goga Bitadze is checked in for the Magic. Suggs comes in for Cole Anthony. Mark Williams is checked in for the Hornets. Miller comes in for Smith. The Magic trail by 7. MP outside. Shoots a three. Another miss by Orlando.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Orlando's got into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Suggs finds MP. This one for three. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
By the time this young man is done, MP could be one of the great scorers we've ever seen.
Pass to man. Back to Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
And here's MP for three. And it goes for the fifth time in 10 shots for him this game.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a goal.
Orlando making some changes. Mo Wagner's checked in. So it's the Charlotte Hornets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand.
And for that matchup with the Pacers, they'll have the advantage coming in. But it's not like they're infallible. I mean, no one is.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, it's a favorable matchup, but the game last time. And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Hornets.
It's a coach's dream to see the ball.
That is more than enough of a.
Second half of the switch here. MP's checked in. Trey Mann, he's checked in for Charlotte. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. MP out there with Suggs. And it's Bitadze in at the center. That's who's out there for Orlando. Back to Suggs. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from MP. Sinks the three-pointer. MP's got the game tied up here for Orlando.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Ball with the bucket.
Well, in the paint, it's the length and the agility of LaMelo Ball to get things done around physical defenders.
You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
For the lead, MP, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Williams can't get it to go.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And here's MP for 3. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. It's a 1-point game. Bridges kicks to Ball. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Ball's got 5 points in the quarter.
A situation made for LaMelo Ball. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Orlando making some changes. Wendell Carter comes in for Goga Bitadze. And Wagner subbed in for Banchero. The Hornets also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Mark Williams. And it's Williams in for Ball. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to MP. From deep three-point land, MP's good from way out there.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Bridges kicks to Nurkic. From downtown, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's MP making things happen for the Magic. He's got 8 3-points. 3/10 quarters behind. We begin the 4th. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. Smith is out there with Williams. Then it's Trey Mann. Then it's Ball, and it's Nurkic, and at the 5 down low.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Poke loose. From deep, and again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Ball from long range, and it's Wagner with the rebound.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
MP deciding where to go with it. A 3, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Inside, Ball. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
I'll tell you, he's been much better in this second half. He's taking smarter shots. He's looking more comfortable. And guess what? He's in a groove.
He gets that one. Wagner's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Magic.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Back to Williams. Charlotte moving the ball around. Again, ball missing.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And there's Banchero on the assist by Anthony. And it's a 12-point Magic lead. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner three now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Mo Wagner. Wagner comes in for Black. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Anthony. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. He was preaching the importance of effort, saying he wanted to see second and third efforts each possession. We need to be the more active team down the stretch, guys.
All right, David, thanks.
You love the fact that LaMelo Ball is not timid about drawing contact on the interior. Get that foul drawn, LaMelo.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Wagner outside. Down low. Banchero, that's good. And it's 6 points for Paolo Banchero.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. Well, with his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside. And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
MP, no good. Hornets trail by 11. Here's Miller. Orlando grabs the miss. Suggs has got 5 rebounds tonight. Over in the corner, Banchero drains it from beyond the arc.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Orlando.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
A 3 from MP. That one's not going to go. Hornets trail by 14. Here's a Kogi. A special move before the shot. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. 17 points was their biggest margin. 3-pointer on the way. It's rebounded by Charlotte. 44 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To the inside. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Well, Josh Okogie sees somebody working in space and puts the ball on time and on target.
Here's MP. Banked in off the glass. MP's got 38 points.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Now, here's Suggs. And Banchero. Here we go. Count that one.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Team foul. At the line
It's good from Ball.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The three from MP. Connects again from distance.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standing.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game, so they're off to a strong start.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new segment, Trash Talk Do's and Don'ts.
Oh, I'll start. Don't.
That's right, MP. They can't stop you. Another day, another win. Good work. They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win. Get ready to light it up tonight.